as the time goes and you start growing up faster, I think about the first time that I laid eyes on you. And you were so small but perfect in all, such an angel. You had me in love even before I knew you. From a love that I would never be the same, my life would.
Hi everybody, it's been a long time since I posted a video. I apologize, but I'm ready to come back on here and just explain a couple things. Excuse my the circles under my eyes. Long weekend. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. I just want to first start off and say hello if you're new here. I am Haley. I have something in my eye. I'm Haley. I have two girls that are getting ready for bed. Oh my goodness. And then my husband, Isaiah. Oh my jeez. If you don't know my story, I am married. Oh my God! Got it. That little hair. Now my eye burns. Oh my gosh, I need to put concealer right here. Whatever. I'm a mess. Haven't done this in a long time, as you can tell. So, anyways, if you don't know my story, I have a couple videos at the beginning of my journey, just explaining some things. I'll go ahead and put a couple in the description. My husband is in prison. If you are on here and you are judgmental, I do ask you to click off this video because I'm about positivity. My husband is an amazing person. He made a mistake, and that was like over 4 years ago. He's a very good person. Soon you guys will find out. All I can do is let you guys know what I think of him. And that's another reason why I'm coming on here today, because I don't want you guys to think. I've had a couple of people ask, like, why didn't you get married when he was out? And mind you, I've known him since 2007. That's 12 years. 7, 17, 18, 19, 20. 13 years, sorry. 13 years. I've been with him for going on 9 years in April. And yes, we've only been married. This year, it'll be 2 years in June. And he has been in prison for 4 years. So, I mean, obviously you can do the math. We got married when he was in there. And I have a video about that. But I don't want you guys to judge. I don't want you guys to think he's a bad person, because even my husband said most of those people in there are not bad people. They just make bad decisions. And it's up to them to whether they're going to come out better or come out worse, because prison can do either one to you. If you don't have a strong mindset, you don't have a strong family backing you, you can turn the opposite way. You can come out worse. Unfortunately, fortunately, not unfortunately, fortunately, my husband is not one of those who are going to come out worse. He's already, in there helping people, giving to people. He will give somebody the last bag of chips he has. He will ask me, if he wants me to put money on somebody's books because they have nothing and they don't have family. That's just my husband. That's who he is, and that's how he will always be. And he will be even more giving when he gets out. And I'm very excited for people to be in his presence, because he's gonna bless you. We are gonna bless you together, because that's just who we are. We love to to help people. We love to be there for people and uplift people, and we've been through a lot of experiences, and we want to share that. And I don't share all the experiences or any experiences that my husband's had since he's been in there, because it's not my place to tell it. He can tell it much better and in depth and more in detail. I just can tell you what I've gone through. And I do want to let you guys know something. My husband did get in trouble like 2 years ago, right the day after we got married. But I want you to understand that there's some things in prison that you just have to do. You have to. It's politics. Obviously you have blacks, you have Mexicans, you have the whites, you have everybody split up. You run with your own, race, and it is like that. It is. And like I said, there are some things that you just absolutely have to do. They can make their own decisions, but what are the consequences if you don't do it? So he did something. I didn't know until later he had went to the hole. This was the day after we got married, June 10th of 2018. They took him to the hole, which is solitary confinement. Basically, you're locked up in a cell for 23 hours of the day. You're in trouble. So they took him to Chino, California. I live in California. They took him to Chino, then they took him to Lancaster. And of course he can't visit. And so, long story short, he went to court like a year later. He got out of the hole and was on a level 4, which he should have only been on a level 2. A level 4 is where all the guys who are murderers and have more than, 15 years of time left. Well, no, he only has a certain amount. He has less than that. Let's just say that. So they let him out on a 4-yard. He was there for a while. Excuse me. He was there for a while, and they brought him back to a lower level. He finally went to court for it and got a lower charge than what CDCR was saying they wanted it to be. Now, the courts are the ones who give a charge. CDCR, which is California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, they can do what they want. It's not going to go on your record what they charge you with, but they can do what they want. So the courts gave him a lower charge. He goes back after he got after he was sentenced for that case. He only got like 2 months added. Not a big deal at all. He comes back, goes to committee, which you all do when you go to any prison, and they decided to give him the higher charge, which for CDCR, it carries a certain amount of time added on top of the court and 3 years no visits, which is 1 year no visit at all, 2 years behind glass. So basically, we won't be able to hug him or hold him until he's out. And it's not fair. He was sentenced with a lesser charge, a significantly lesser charge, and CDCR decided to go ahead and say, nope, we're going to give you this one so we can give you the maximum disciplinary, whatever you call it, for them. So that's what we've been going through. How do I explain this? Because it sounds bad, like, he got in trouble. I get that. Like I said, there's certain things you have to do in prison, and he's learned his ways around it, who not to associate with right off the bat. If he has to, he'll leave the prison if he needs to. If it gets that bad, he will, because he wants to come home. He's trying to get his GED. They're going around that, trying to make it so hard for these men to get their GED. They're giving the guys who are coming home soon the class, which makes no sense because it takes a while to get your GED. So by the time, before they're even done with their GED, they're going to be coming home. So that's why they're doing that. They don't want these guys to come home early. They don't. And it's so sad because it's supposed to rehabilitate them. But you know what? My husband is overcoming that. He's not letting that get to him. He's still doing, art classes, music classes, AA classes, which he doesn't need, or something about AA or something. He doesn't need a drug class. He doesn't need those classes. But he's doing them because they give you time off, and it's just, it's another certificate to have just to prove, he's worthy of coming home. So we're dealing with that, and we're handling it well. It's just not fair for the girls. It's not fair that the girls have to sit here and not be able to hold their dad. Like, that's what's not fair. Me, I can handle it. I'll wait till he comes home. But what the heck, my kids need their dad. Even though we talk to him every day, they hear his voice every day. Sorry. They hear his voice every day. They talk to him. So it's not like they don't hear from him, but it's hard enough to see him. I'm not crying, I swear. So yeah, that's what we're going through. I haven't updated anybody really on anything in a while. I'm so busy with work, and when I get home, it's already dark, and I feel like it's so late. I have to get the kids ready for bed, have them eat, brush their teeth, take a shower. I gotta take a shower, get my stuff together. It's a lot. So even on the weekends, lately I've just always had something to do, or I want to relax, and I don't want to. Oh my god, see, it's my bedtime. My body already knows. On the weekends, I just want to relax. Speaking of the weekends, yesterday I met the most amazing people I've ever met. And that is Catherine and Austin and their dad. If you don't know who they are, the Ace family. I'm sure you do. But, after the longest time and having contact with Catherine, I finally met them in person. And I'm so blessed. Like, I had second thoughts of going down there just because my two girls, it's a long drive, and what are the odds of even meeting them? I had a feeling there's going to be thousands of people there, but my husband was like, dude, this is your dream, go. And I was like, you know what, duh, like, I manifested this day for so long, it's not even funny. How could I not go? This was like I felt only chance that I was ever going to meet them. And I truly look up to these people because they're genuine. They have genuine hearts. They have good spirits. Their whole family. I met Austin's godfather at the basketball game, charity basketball event, and he was if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gotten that game because I did not know where to go to get my tickets. That Catherine had at a certain place, and I didn't, I went to the box office, everything, they didn't have anything. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got in. I don't know what I would have done. Just that whole family, their whole family. And if you're watching this, your whole family is beautiful and amazing and just the best vibes, the best energy ever. And I'm very big on energy and vibes, and I could feel it. And yesterday walking into that room was magical. It was so magical and so beautiful, and it gets me emotional. I'm not getting, maybe I am. But it got my husband emotional when I told him about our conversation that we had in that room. Because he knows how much it means to me, and he knows what good of people they are. And I'm just mind blown. There's nothing else I could even say. Yesterday was a very good day, and Kyla said it was the best day of her life, which is so cute. They didn't even meet Ella or Alea, and she still said that, that just shows you how powerful they are of people. So yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. I guess. Just a lot of work. I love my job though. It's fun. I have a sparkle right here. It looks like it's a tear. Where'd it go? We're getting a puppy. We named her Nova. I'll make a video next weekend too, when we get her. She's so cute. Her mom is a shepherd, but I think she's like a white German shepherd or something like that, mixed with something. And then the dad is a bulldog mixed with a bully pit bull. He's very stocky and huge, so she's brown. She has blue eyes. God, she's so beautiful. She's huge. She's gonna be just like her dad. Big and stocky. That's what I want, because where I live is not a good place. It's the ghetto. I didn't choose to live here. I mean, I did, but I didn't. I didn't know when I first moved here that it was like that. It's literally the ghetto of the city I live in. Like, even cops are like, oh, I know where that street is. I know exactly where it is. Or, I'm trying to get out. I want to get out of here. I'm okay right now. My house is fine. Like, I have locks, I have alarms. I mean, little tiny alarms, because my house has been broken into. And if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch it. But yeah, I mean, I'm just working my way up to where I want to be in life. I'm not even close to being done. That was one of my dreams, was to meet them. Another dream is to actually sit down and have a conversation, and hear each other's stories, and just be a genuine person to them. Let them know I'm here not to judge and to be there for them, because I just feel like they're really good people. I have a lot of other dreams and a lot of other manifestations that are going to be coming to me, but I'm going to keep that to myself until it happens. I haven't made a vision board yet. That's one thing that I'm slacking on, a vision board. If you guys know anything about manifestation, make a vision board. I just write it in my journal. I wrote it in my journal, but I want a vision board that I can see and put it on my wall when I leave the house, so I can see it every single day, or like right next to my bed when I wake up. Because I'm telling you, I manifested yesterday, like the whole conversation, everything I did. And it's just beautiful what energy we have in us, how it can really affect us, and when we really want something, how we can really, it's not like we're making a wish, it's not magic, it's just energy put out into the universe that'll just make its way back. And if you put positive energy out to the world, you'll get positive energy back. So it's changed my life. I used to be such a negative person back in high school. I just wasn't happy with myself, and having this time away from Isaiah, of course, has helped me, but also we've built together, and we're both into our spirituality. We're both into it, and I love that we're on the same page. We've grown so close, and it's so amazing and so fun. I can't wait till he comes home, because we have some things for you guys just waiting. I know this is like the longest, probably most boring video, but yeah, I'm so excited for life. Like, if you guys aren't happy with your life, then you need to do something to make yourself happy, because I love my life. I don't care if I live in a ghetto place. I don't care if my house is the size of Catherine's bathroom. I mean, I don't care. I don't care that I don't have the newest of the newest car. I love my life. One day, though, we'll be there. We'll be up there. I promise you guys that. We'll be in the position to help a lot of people. And I'm so excited. And I hope whoever watches this video, I can help you one day if you ever need help. But with that being said, I love everybody who has supported me. I have like 290 something subscribers, and I'm so happy with that. Like, I'm so happy with that. I'm blessed for every single one of you who have pressed that subscribe button and actually watch my videos and don't judge me, you know? The ones who don't judge me, I love you so much. And even if you do judge me, it's okay, because I will prove you wrong. We will prove you wrong. My husband will prove you wrong one day. I can promise you that. If you guys want to hear my husband talk, the last 2 videos or the last video, there's a couple videos, either 2 or 3 videos of him actually talking, actually giving some insight and everything, and I think you guys will like it. You can kind of hear his genuine personality. Again, I've been talking for so long. Yeah, so you guys have a good night. I'll see you next weekend when I post another video, and I love you so, so much, and just, I love you. Have a good night. Bye, guys.